Hello and welcome back to It's New. I told you guys we wouldn't be here today, but that was just to trick Morty and make sure he couldn't show up for today. So Morty's not here because we tricked him because we don't want him on the show. Don't tell him. Greg, you're not going to tell him, right?
No, just please don't ever put this public. Just keep it unlisted.
Okay. I'll make sure that happens. All right. What are you covering for us, Greg?
Okay, it may be the wrong season, but Google's AI-Frankenstein recipes are a horror, and we'll be covering all that.
Exciting. And we'll be talking about the completion of the core update, although I already released one of my YouTube videos on that.
Okay, so basically we've been talking about this for a good chunk of time here, and I'd say that Adam Gallagher from Inspired Taste, as well as his wife, whose name is Joanne Gallagher, have sort of been leading the way on spearheading the issues that Google specifically is having with them. So just to back the story up a little bit, they have taken their entire sites out of ChatGPT. They do not allow for any of the indexing, the crawling. They're gone from ChatGPT. But because Google, you cannot remove yourself from AI overviews and AI mode, and they still presumably get good amount of traffic and need to be found when somebody's looking for them in their recipe blog. They have no way of opting out of AI mode or AI overviews on Google because it's all or nothing. You're either all in Google or you're all out of Google. So one of the biggest issues that's coming out is around especially for branded searches, AI mode and AI overviews, taking portions of the recipes, especially for branded terms, and mixing them around, making these Frankenstein recipes, and not giving people a reason to go to the site, which is the issue. So you, like in the exact example, somebody had done a search for Inspired Taste faux recipe, and it's all within this looks like it's AI mode here, and it is incorrect ingredients, incorrect recipe, but it is being shown parts of the recipe and ingredients are being used from Inspired Taste. Other parts are just being made up by AI mode. And in general, this is not a problem, except for the fact it's a branded search. You are looking for a recipe from somebody. So the right thing to do would be to send somebody to the recipe. You could even, if they allow it, and again, you have to allow Google to do this if you want to be in Google at all, give the right recipe so that people don't think, hey, Inspired Taste, they don't know how to make faux. This recipe is faux the birds. It's terrible, right? But it's really this AI mode Frankenstein recipe. And so it's a big deal. There's another one, meatloaf recipe, where Google goes through and they change the ingredients. And these are all for branded searches for Inspired Taste specific recipes. So that is where we are with what's going on. And Adam and Joanne are doing a great job getting a ton of coverage. They got on CBS. There's more coming. I've been talking and DMing with them. I don't know if all of them have been live. But it's a huge problem because a lot of times you get like one shot with this brand, and it's saying like, hey, if I said, what is the core update status from Search Engine Roundtable and Barry Schwartz, and Google AI mode says there's no update according to Barry Schwartz, that's a huge deal. So I don't know. So you're saying that Glenn has mentioned that it's getting better. I know Glenn had thought it was going to get better for a long time.
Yeah. So if you actually do a search for some of these examples now, and Glenn seems to be right again, because this could be a fluke. So we have to keep testing it over the next couple weeks. But if you actually put Inspired Taste and then recipes, like different types of recipes, meatloaf recipe and so forth, nothing AI comes up at all.
Amazing
for me. So it looks like maybe they actually, this was a big deal. I like the name Frankenstein because they literally take pieces of their recipe, stick it there, put their name there, and then change up the recipe. And then somebody would make it. It would taste horrible. And then people were like, I hate this Inspired Taste brand. They don't know what they're talking about. They told me to put, ketchup in my meatloaf and it tastes horrible. Maybe that's good. I don't know. and that would look bad for them. But now it looks like, I mean, I didn't do a ton of tests, but hopefully this is going to continue where if you put in the brand's name and the recipe type you're looking for, it's not going to generate an AI answer. And hopefully this coverage from Bloomberg, from CBS, from NBC, from The Guardian, and even a lawsuit cited your video, Greg, that hopefully is making a difference. And the louder these people are, they're rightfully loud, that makes a difference. So it's good to see maybe that this may have an impact, and good work there, Adam and Joanne, from Inspired Taste.
Yeah, and looking at it now live, it's saying, it's almost giving a recap of what the recipe is. It's giving some insight as to what the recipe needs, a little bit of information, but this is what it should be, right? Is this compared to what it was for meatloaf, right? It would give all of the ingredients here, all the steps and everything, and it was not lined up with the actual recipe. So to me, if they change AI mode to give almost like a little recap of it, that is a huge win. There is no Frankenstein here. It's almost just setting people up to know what they're getting into, and they're forced to actually go and hopefully get into this. Let's just see if there's actually a link to this.
Hopefully there is. I mean, it's to their YouTube channel and stuff, right? Facebook, TikTok, Instagram.
I guess it's weird that there's not a.
Yeah, I'm not really. It's hard to tell.
I don't even have a Facebook account.
That goes to them. Yeah, Inspired Taste on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
Looks good. But I'll stick with my butter bread. Yes. And then I'll share my screen. Window here. So this is, you asked me, what is the Google December, when it was going to go something update? What is the status of the Google December quarter according to Barry Schwartz? And it actually does do everything. It even sources me on Facebook, has my YouTube video, links to Search Engine Land, but the wrong Search Engine Land article. Has Search Engine Roundtable cards over here. Has our video here where we break it down. Look at that.
Let's go.
If I dive deeper, it's thinking. Yeah, I mean, it has the cards there, so that's not bad.
But you would be upset if it's like Barry Schwartz said there is no core update.
No, yeah. If it was incorrect as well, I'd be upset. But this looks pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So hopefully that they realize, at least in the recipe space, that they can't just pick and choose and take portions of one and then move it to the other. And we saw that infographic they came out with back when Nano Banana Pro got the graphic upgrade, where there was, they're like, hey, here's how to make the perfect stuffing for Thanksgiving. And they stole it from one website. They didn't give it credit, and they skipped step 4 in there as well.
Yeah. So this is going to keep our pushback, and everybody keep pushing back, because it's going to make one a fair web, but also Google's probably liking this because it's actually making them better and look better. So
it should. And if they keep doing this and keep Frankensteining things, again, it looks like there's some changes coming, which is awesome. People aren't going to put recipes up. There's going to be no recipes. People are going to be like, I'm not going to go give my hard-earned meatloaf recipe to the internet just for Google to come steal it and make something that is going to turn into a brick when you put it in the oven. Like,
what's wrong with bricks?
I mean, you don't want your meatloaf to look like a rusty brick when you take it out of the
I don't know. I think I would love to eat a rusty brick meatloaf. And Inspired Taste, you could use that. I would like to see a rusty brick meatloaf and a buttered sandwich recipe. Hopefully they'll put it together. In any event, there's also the Google Core Update. I have a YouTube video on that. It finished yesterday. I pretty much summed it all up in that video. So it was an 18-day rollout. We had 2 big spikes, December 13th and December 20th. It calmed down significantly after the 20th. And then I had to ask John Mueller, hey, what's going on with the core update? And he's like, I don't know. I'll check into it and I'll update you tomorrow. And then he didn't update me, but he basically updated the page to say it was completed. He didn't say, I mean, it should have been completed probably earlier last week. But Google sometimes has updated that page and said it was completed, days ago, but they just said it was completed yesterday, which seems a little bit weird. But in any event, the core update is done, and I hope everybody's doing amazing with that core update. Even if you are, you probably won't get any traffic because the AI overview will be above you and nobody will click on you anyway.
Way to end on a bummer there, Barry.
Well, it is 2025, but 2026 will be much, much better.
I heard from Robbie Stein of Google that we're thriving. 2020, we're all thriving in 2026.
All right, everybody thrive into the new year. I think we'll be back tomorrow for a New Year's Eve special. I don't think I'll be dressed up, but maybe I should. And
I'll be around. You want me to dress up?
You're good at dressing up. You probably should dress up.
I'll dress up in something.
I'll try to remind myself to dress up as well. All right. Bye.
Bye.